You're gonna take both of them out on me. You're gonna take them. Hey, you know what they're gonna do to you? Hey, you know what you do when you knock somebody off? You take a gun, you shoot him right up against his fucking head. That's what you do. You get his brains all over your nice new Ivy League suit, Michael. That's what happens.
This isn't the audition you think it is.
Niro tried out for the part of Sonny. And we shot a test on De Niro, which I think exists, that was so electrifying.
I think I did. Did I do the screen test for Sonny? Yeah. Me and 4,000 other people or whatever, we all came in.
How do you like that?
It was spectacular, but it was Sonny really like killer, like nothing you could ever sell.
I know you can do it. All right, you prove it to me. You can do it? Go ahead, prove it.
Hey, what are you gonna do? Nice college boy, huh? Didn't want to get mixed up in the family business? Huh? Now you want to gun down a police captain, why? Because he slapped you in the face a little bit?
But De Niro was never meant to play Sonny. Losing the role to James Caan was the best thing that ever happened to him, and the start of a meteoric rise in Hollywood.
I don't have the guts. Come on, asshole. Come over here. Come over here. I'll put this at your ass. I got some bad ideas in my head.
But De Niro's talent and potential for greatness was recognized long before that pivotal audition.
Tell me about De Niro, though. You use him the way John Ford used John Wayne.
He introduced me to Bobby.
Is that right?
He introduced me to De Niro.
You did the first film with De Niro, wasn't it?
Right.
First time he did.
Graduate school. Yeah.
The Wedding Party.
Yes.
Did you see greatness?
In your mind, you say to yourself, I'd like to take that ferry back to life.
I still have talented young actors.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. I have a long history with Bob.
Then, when you first
Well, he comes in, Bob is very quiet, you don't exactly know what's going to happen. And he walked in, he was about 19 at the time, and so he sort of did an improvisation. We saw that he was quite good, and he sort of came over to me afterwards and he said, I've been working on a scene in my scene study class. Could I do it for you? And we had already decided he was terrific. We were going to use him. So I said, why not?
Which would have been
And
another
suddenly,
original
he comes
stroke.
back in. He's doing a scene from Strike or something. He's the head of the union. And he comes in like Lee J. Cobb. He's ranting and raving.
Waiting for Lefty, right?
Yeah, right. And we were, we're shocked because this
He's
sort
so
of
quiet,
timid kid that went out came back like Lee J. Cobb, but with all his.
De Palma and De Niro enjoyed a great working relationship in the 60s and early 70s, giving the young actor some vital feature film exposure. Experience that no doubt helped him land the audition for a part in Paramount's Next Big Picture in 1971.
About 20 or 30 projects that are in various stages of development and bore you with it. So I won't. But I want to bring up one project, and that's The Godfather.
De Niro gave an unforgettable audition in the eyes of Coppola. But the young director was under a lot of pressure from Paramount for his casting choices.
But I just wanted to survive it. I knew that my ideas regarding the casting were not popular.
Ultimately, the part went to established movie star James Caan, who was the perfect Sonny. But Coppola couldn't get De Niro out of his head.
But I never forgot that, and later on when we were stumped on how to do the young Marlon, I thought that he could be the young Brando.
I thought, well, possibly it would work to have an entirely different actor play the part. And I remember we were all sitting at a big table and Bobby was down the row of the table and I kept looking at him and I kept looking at his profile there while he was eating dinner and thinking that, well, he could do it. He could, there was something about him. He didn't really look like Marlon Brando, but he looked like Vito Corleone, oddly enough. And remembering the wonderful screen test he had shot made me have the confidence to think that he could play Vito Corleone as a young man, and so I made that decision.
Francis asked about me, so he wanted me to come out to San Francisco to test with him or work with him or whatever. So I was ready to do that, and then they called and just said, "It's okay, you don't have to come, you have the part."
De Niro had spent more than a decade honing his craft by this point, earning a reputation as a quiet but intensely disciplined actor.
Too good for this $10, huh? You're too good for it. It's a good $10.
An approach he took up a notch with young Vito.
I looked at it in a kind of a scientific way. I had to sort of find spots where I could do stuff to imitate what he's doing. Then I went with Gray Fredrickson, who was one of the producers with Fred Roos. Gray and I went up to like the 30-something floor of the Gulf and Western building with a kind of reel-to-reel recorder to put the movie on screen and just videotape the Brando scenes. So I used that as, my reference when I was preparing. And I played them over and over again for myself as I was working on it.
De Niro's physicality as a younger Vito is incredible. He's so natural with his movement and mannerisms. And his preparations didn't stop there.
The thing with the dialect is that in different towns, different areas of Sicily, it's different. The dialect is different. So I spent a few weeks in Sicily going around taping. I went to Corleone, met with some people, went over the script with them.
De Niro had to learn Sicilian in 4 months and get it to a level of fluency to give a believable performance.
I riuscì romani voiavoci a parlare con Fannucci. I trovava domanare I soldi. E facilci capire che voiavoci avete intenzione di pagare tutto quello che va domani, e senza discutere.
But maybe the most impressive element of his characterization overall was this ability to capture the essence and genesis of Vito Corleone in such an organic way. The quiet authority.
Lasciate fare a me. I take everything.
The transactional protector.
There's something I do for you. You come, we talk.
A family man above everything else. Truly understanding Vito Corleone was Robert De Niro's greatest strength, a capability Coppola recognized in him from the start.
But I thought he could play Vito Corleone character the way Brando created him, that he could be the younger Vito Corleone without ever going through Brando. You know what I'm saying? That you just don't think of Bobby's not like a Brando lookalike necessarily, but he could capture what Vito Corleone might have been as a young man, which he did.
Francis was very easy with what the actor wants to do and respectful. It was all good. Couldn't be better.
Coppola trusted De Niro with the character, which not only allowed him to embody what Brando had created, but also adds something of his own. Robert De Niro's story is of Vito Corleone, not the Godfather, a former self who has similarities and distinctions to the crime boss he'll eventually become.
Someday, and that day may never come, I'll call upon you to do a service for me.
When The Godfather Part 2 was released in 1974, it made history. And not only because it was the first ever sequel to win Best Picture.
Godfather Part 2. Francis Ford Coppola, Gray Fredrickson.
I think this is the only time in history that 2 actors have won the Academy Award playing the same role in 2 different films.
De Niro, like Brando, won an Oscar for his portrayal of Vito Corleone.
The winner is Robert De Niro in The Godfather.
And funnily enough, neither of them accepted the award. But Coppola did realise what it meant for the future of cinema.
This is a very richly deserved award. I think Robert De Niro is an extraordinary actor, and he is going to enrich the films that are made for years to come. And I thank you on his behalf.
You're gonna take both of them, Madonna me. You're gonna take them. And you know what they're gonna do?
Sometimes a no is the universe's way of saying, just wait. I, for one, am very glad Robert De Niro did.
Francis, thank you for not casting me in The Godfather. It was the best job I never got. Francis, you changed my career, you changed my life. We're all here tonight because of you. We love you. Salute.